What's going on, YouTube? My name is Pablo and I am a car addict. Thank you for joining me on this drive. Just wanted to give a very sincere thank you to all the people that have subscribed. It was a little bit crazy to see 105 subscribers when I literally just opened up this page as just a hobby and something fun to do. So I'm glad that you guys are enjoying these videos. I hope to keep bringing you a lot of fun driving content, just something you can look at and relax and just enjoy the ride with me. Yeah, so thank you to everybody who has subscribed. If you guys like these videos, do me a big favor and smash up those like buttons. I see that it helps me a lot in getting these videos out to everybody. And yeah, just I hope that we have a nice smooth ride this morning. Not sure what to expect with traffic, but I will make the best of it no matter what opportunity I'm given. So thank you guys again for subscribing, liking the videos. And if you do have any suggestions, this one guy commented on my video about doing a flyby video, which definitely I will do that. I just really have to find first of all the time to go somewhere empty around New York City. It's not very easy to find that, and yeah, just got to find the spot and record that video. So I will definitely have that in the pipelines, and if you guys have any other suggestions or questions or comments whatsoever, leave them down below. And I really like going back and forth with you guys. It, you know, really motivates me to keep making some more videos. And yeah, hoping to have a nice smooth ride this morning in the SRT. It is 45 degrees out on Friday morning, and I was hoping that roads wouldn't be too busy since it's the end of the week, but I guess we're gonna have to wait and see about that. It's never really easy to call traffic around here. Usually it's dead on a Saturday, which is tomorrow, so I might try and record a little bit tomorrow. And all right, car is in sport mode. And yeah, sport mode is nice. I feel like track mode in this car is a little bit too rough, especially around here on these New York City streets. I feel like if I was living in somewhere else that didn't have literally potholes and manhole covers every second in the road, I would definitely have the car in track mode a lot more. Obviously I would burn through a lot more gas, but you know, I guess that's the price you pay for having some fun. It could be worse. First world problems, as I say. I have been considering doing a suspension on the car, maybe lowering it a little bit. If you guys have any experience with lowering your SRT or your Trackhawk or your sport SUV, comment down below and let me know what products you used. I'm a little bit fearful because I just don't want to like mesh. I don't want to mess up the ride quality and make it rougher than it is already. I mean, the car rides smooth, don't get me wrong, but I just think it's the roads around here. I remember having all of my previous cars, and I did, you know, springs, and on some of them I did coilovers, and I had an M Coupe that I did camber plates on. I had that thing, you know, track ready for the street, which was kind of stupid on my part, but and yeah, I mean, the car rode nice, but it was definitely harsh. So at this point in my life, I think I want something, you know, fast and comfortable at the same time. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any experience with any suspension kits, or even if, I don't know if they even make coilovers for these cars or something, because I'm definitely thinking about it. I know my wife's not going to be very happy when she feels the ride being rougher, but I guess it is what it is. I can just say, oh, the suspension settled, you know, the factory suspension settled over time, and this is really the ride height that it should be at. She'll see right through me and call my bullshit, but at least I can try, right? All right, so this is a pretty smooth ride up until this point. I usually don't get this far this quickly, so I'm hoping that up here, past all of the construction trucks and just these streets over here, I can get a nice open bit of road. I'm hoping. What's this? This ride on a Saturday or Sunday morning really early is really nice and a lot of fun. I remember having, I went to college in Florida in West Palm Beach, and of course I was still a car addict and car fanatic at that point, and I really loved let's see if this guy will let me by. Definitely not, of course. That sucks. Yeah, I definitely love the roads out in Florida, and you know, it was really nice to just be able to get on an open road and not have to worry about potholes. I don't know, man, but there's something about driving in the city that, you know, it really is a concrete jungle, and you have to go like up and down elevations and streets and this and that. I don't appreciate the potholes, don't get me wrong. Here we go, let's see. Yeah, so that fucking sucks. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna have to cut the video off here because this is definitely going, this is literally like the main road that I look forward to driving on, and it's jam-packed with traffic, which really is blowing my high, man. This sucks. This really sucks. I'm not happy about this at all, but you know, I'm trying to see this at these days, I'm trying to see the bright side of everything. Maybe, you know, if I would have been driving like a maniac on this road this morning, something would have happened to me. So, you know, this was sent to calm me the F down and not have me doing 100 miles an hour on a busy city highway. But I'm gonna cut it off here. I do plan to shoot some content tonight, which should be a lot of fun because that ride home is usually empty. I really hope I don't get traffic shit. There's no wood to knock on around here. Well, yeah, here we go. Okay. And, you know, I will record more tonight, and I guess I'll do an experiment and mash up POV driving NYC in the morning and then POV driving NYC at night. That would maybe be a cool idea for a video. So, again, I'm trying to look at the bright side here, trying to, you know, bring you guys some fun content, and let's see if a video like that will do good. If you are watching this video up until this point, smash up those likes so people can see what it is to drive in annoying New York City traffic at 9:51 in the morning when you're already late to work, and you're going to be about 15 minutes late at this point because of this traffic. Yeah, it's just, you know, I'm sure your city guys, New York, Chicago, Boston, LA, wherever else in the world you're watching from, that's a big city. Yeah, traffic is just not fun. At least I'm not driving a stick shift car where I have to neutral and first gear every time, which that's a relief, because I remember all this traffic in a stick shift car was actually, that's kind of where I learned how to get in and out of first gear, was in NYC traffic. If, believe it or not, it's a really good way to practice stick shift, getting out of neutral and first, second, back into neutral, back into first. It's actually really a good way to practice thinking about it. It's not moving that bad. I mean, yeah, it's not great. It's not moving terribly. Another thing that I was thinking about was doing a 6-speed manual transmission conversion in this car. You know, I am that crazy guy that wants to like maximize and make the car exactly what it is I want it to be for myself. I think these cars, I don't know why Jeep or Mopar in general hasn't offered these trucks in a 6-speed. I think they would sell like hotcakes, especially to us car freaks that would get something like that. I think that would be so freaking cool to have a fully functional 6-speed in an SUV like this. I remember my eldest brother one time, long time ago in the mid-90s, got a Land Rover Discovery, that big boxy car back then, olive green, khaki interior in a 6-speed. What a cool car. I remember getting in there and it was just like, oh my god, I was like 12, 13 years old, and I was like, oh my god, there's a 6-speed literally in a truck. It blew my mind. It blew my mind. And when you go to like Colombia, where I'm from, or South America or Europe, I don't know about Europe anymore nowadays, but in South America, there's barely any automatic cars. Like any car you get into is a manual transmission, and everybody just knows how to drive manual, which, you know, is essentially driving the car. I've only always had manual cars. This is actually my first automatic transmission car. I learned how to drive manual on my other brother's 1999 E36 M3, and that car, let me tell you, that car, it may not be, you know, nowadays every car is like 3.5 seconds 0 to 60, and, you know, 500 horsepower and like just ridiculous stats. But that car, when I tell you, is probably like one of the best handling, most balanced cars I've ever driven. And my brother kept that car for a while. He bought the car with like 27,000 miles. It was a 99 silver on black M Vader seats with he got the lightweight wheels. Really had it like OEM plus, really, really nice. And yeah, that car, man, handles on rails. It's not super fast. I think it does like 0 to 60 in like 5.6 seconds or 5.5. Nothing, you know, nothing out of this world for today's standards. But I feel like that old generation of BMWs, from, you know, the E30, then the E36, E46, I think is still really nice. The inline 6 motor is really nice on that car. I did own one for about a year, and the car wasn't, I got the car with like 90,000 miles, and it was beat up. You can tell it was beat up, so I literally got out of that car as quickly as possible. And the funny thing about that car is that the next owner, I think he tracked it, or he was driving it really hard and he dropped the cylinder like very shortly after I sold it to him. So I definitely had the right sense to sell that car, because it was definitely on its way out. But anyway, yeah. And when it comes to Jeeps and Mopar, I mean, this is my second American car. I briefly owned a 2014 Cadillac CT-SV wagon. Really dope, really, really cool car. Yeah, it was like, I don't know, I think it was a 6.2 supercharged, I think it was. It was kind of the same setup as the Trackhawk in terms of the motor. Obviously not the same motor, but very similar. Very fast car, very good brakes. Handling was okay. It was, you know, it's a big car, so you can't expect it to handle like a coupe or like a convertible. It's just not going to happen. Definitely a good car, but still I thought it was a little bit plasticky inside, like flimsy, like the, you know, controls were flimsy. Like the seats were not really comfortable for me. This is my opinion. The doors were not as heavy as I wanted them to be. I don't know, like maybe I'm kind of old school in this sense, but I feel like the safety and the quality of the car, like for me, something clicks in me when I feel a heavy door slamming. That makes me feel comfortable in the car. It makes me feel like I'm driving a sturdy car. It just gives me a lot of confidence. It gives me a lot of confidence in driving it. It gives me a lot of confidence to go fast. It gives me a lot of confidence in the build quality of the car. I do like the weight of the doors on these SRTs. I think it's a nice solid clunk when you close the door. Maybe some guys that are listening to this can identify with that and be like, oh shit, yeah, I also like the weight of a heavy door. So yeah, that definitely, yeah, the Cadillac wasn't I don't know, in my opinion, again, first world problems. It's a beautiful car. No, literally, like, blessed to have owned it. One of the coolest cars I think to have been made. Very cool configuration. But yeah, the doors didn't convince me, and the build quality didn't convince me. So I actually reached out to the dealership, and the owner of the dealership had owned it. And I reached out. I was like, hey, I'm thinking about selling it. And he's like, man, that was my personal car. If you want to sell it, I'll give you exactly what you paid for it. And he took it right back. There was literally probably the easiest car transaction I've ever had. It was literally, the guy just took a train from Boston and picked it up in the city in New York and gave me a check, and boom, boom, done. I was like, this is crazy. It was so easy. But the guy loved the car, so he took it back. I don't blame him. But yeah, so I'm gonna cut the video off right now. I'm extremely late to work. That should be fun, to get into a place that's very busy and waiting for you. But God bless, first world problems. Smash up those like buttons, leave me some comments, let me know what you guys think about these videos, these conversations. Let me know any other conversation you guys have in mind, just about cars in general. I love all cars. I have a Jeep SRT right now, but I literally love any cool configuration of any style of car. I mean, we have a 550 BMW right in front of us right now. I think this is like a V8 as well. Cool car, like you're driving a cool car, man. It doesn't have to be an M5. It doesn't have to be, a freaking Lambo Urus or something crazy to be cool for me. So yeah, man. Again, I'm going on a lot of rants, but if you guys can, smash up those likes, leave me a comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I will definitely be making more of these videos. And tonight, well, later on in this video, actually, you will probably get a night drive attached to the end of this video. So all right, guys, have a good morning wherever you are in the world. Have a good morning, have a great weekend, enjoy yourself, go out and drive your cars, be safe, and we will chat again soon.